Hi, this is Don McAllister and welcome to another Screencasts Online weekly tip video. iOS 10.3 has recently been released by Apple and is actually an extremely significant release, even though you might not have realised. It's the first operating system to use the new Apple File System, or APFS, which is due to roll out to every Apple device over time. APFS has been designed by Apple from scratch and has been designed specifically for solid-state storage devices. Now, there's not a lot to show you on the device itself, but to completely replace a file system in situ on hundreds of millions of devices is quite a technical feat. We'll see more of APFS when it's ready for the Mac. In the meantime, Apple have revamped the Apple ID panel and also the iCloud storage screen to allow you to manage both your Apple ID and your iCloud storage much more easily. To take a look at the new Apple ID panel, if I go into settings, you'll see right at the very top we have this specific panel connected with my Apple ID, my name and how it's configured, etc. If you haven't switched on two-factor authentication yet, and I would suggest that you do, you will see a second panel below this prompting you to set up two-factor authentication, and I would seriously recommend that you do that. If I just tap into my Apple ID panel, I can see all the details connected with my Apple ID. Name, phone numbers, emails, security settings, etc. I can also see my devices down here at the bottom as well. To get to my iCloud storage, if I tap on iCloud, we have a new panel up at the top. This shows me the current usage of my iCloud online storage. So I have a 1 terabyte account, currently using 339 gigabytes, and I can see that the majority of that storage is actually taken up with photos. If I want to drill in more detail, I can actually tap on the panel and then tap on Manage Storage, and that will give me a breakdown, a specific breakdown of all the different elements that make up my current storage plan and my current usage. Now, I can, of course, from here change my storage plan if I want to either upgrade or downgrade my storage, but I'm happy as it is. Another new feature in iOS 10.3 is the addition of Find My Airpods in the Find My iPhone app. If I go into the Find Phone app, there we are, and I can see in my list of devices there are my AirPods. I can tap on those to see where they are. You can actually send a sound to the AirPods, but unfortunately that doesn't work when your AirPods are in the case. I've actually left mine out, so I'm going to go ahead and say Actions, and I'm going to say Play Sound. And I'll actually hold one of these up to the microphone so you can hear it. Now, it does actually start off quite quiet, but it does get louder over time. And once I've located my AirPods, I can say Stop Playing. Now, you might have noticed as well that if I've lost one of the AirPods, I can actually go back in here, play a sound. Let's say I've lost the left one, I can actually mute the right one. And that just leaves the left one quietly buzzing away in the background. And again, I'll just put that up to the microphone so you can hear the left earpod. So that's Find My AirPods in Find My iPhone. The Maps application has had a minor update in iOS 10.3, and it will now display the local weather in a location. So if we go into Maps, I'm currently looking at London. I can see it's partially sunny with 58 degrees. If I tap and hold using 3D touch, I can see an hourly schedule of what the weather's going to be like. If I do a firm press, then it actually opens up the city or the location in the weather app. If it isn't already in the weather app, it will actually allow you to add that city into the weather app as well. Okay, so that's the changes to the Maps application. Now, there are plenty of minor updates in 10.3 for developers, including changes to Siri to allow developers to integrate third-party apps further, and the ability to allow developers to change app icons. And as usual, many more minor tweaks and performance enhancements are included. Now, don't forget you can learn more about iOS over at ScreenCastsOnline.com by searching for iOS using the search panel. If you want to learn more about using your Apple devices, there are over 700 full video tutorials available to Screencasts Online members, covering all aspects of the Mac, iPhone, iPad, Apple Watch, and even the Apple TV. Now, all full members receive a new Apple-related video tutorial each and every week, as well as a free subscription to the Screencasts Online monthly magazine, packed with videos and articles on getting the most out of your Apple devices. Now you can get your free 14-day trial membership over at ScreenCastsOnline.com, or check out some of the free content over on the SCO Showcase app on the iPad, iPhone and Apple TV. That's it for this week. I'll be back next week with another tip, so I'll speak to you then.